All right, so this is my first fishing excursion of the year. It's April 20th. I'm here to catch some steelhead. I should see some steelhead. Will I catch them? It's a bit of a long shot, but I might. But I got all my gear ready. Even got the fillet knife. If I catch one, I'll fillet it. Yeah, gotta have the fillet knife. Although this thing never snaps. But I got brand new waders. So this is a funny story. Bought them off Temu. I figured, you know what? These waders that I buy, usually for about 120 bucks, they're pretty cheap. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give Temu a try. So these were like 69 bucks. So there were some that were like $5. I'm not gonna get those because I know they jump. But based on the look of them, they look every bit as good as the ones I normally have. I do like these extra pockets. They look pretty good. I mean, we'll see. They might not hold water. I mean, they may leak. If they do, well, joke's on me. I did order new wading boots. These are my old ones. I've had these for 3 or 4 seasons. You can see part of the toes are ripped, falling off. I had to cut them off. I abuse these things. I spend a lot of time in the river, climbing up and down banks, rocks, logs, jams, and like if you buy cheap ones for like 30 bucks, they don't make it. They last like a season. These ones were like 70 bucks, and they lasted like 3.5 seasons, something like that. But I got some new ones on the way. I just didn't. They didn't come yet. One thing I want to do is tighten my waist, because the last thing you want when you have waders on is your pants falling down. It's pretty chilly out, and it looks nice, but it's not that nice. I mean, it's nice, the sun, but it's a little chilly. I'd say it's in the sun, just like chilling, like right now, probably 45 degrees. You know, it's nice if you're moving. I'm not moving yet, so I got a hoodie on. And this is an ancient hoodie. When I was promoting my book, we did some test runs and with the cover of my book on the hoodies, and we sold them and gave them away. A lot of people ordered them. A lot of people wanted them. And by the way, volume 2 of To Be a King is about to come out in audiobook, so make sure to check it out on Audible and iTunes. It's right now. It should, they have to prove it, and it takes several days. So waiting for that. But anyways, so I want to put these waders on in a second. Right now, I think I'm gonna eat my lunch because I really wasn't that hungry when I left, but now I am. So these fish where I am, I wish I could share. I will share, but I wish I could share, like, Father God, thank you for a beautiful day. In Jesus' name. Today is Easter Sunday. We had communion at church, and that's good to have. Here's a funny thing. This is my drink. I call it purple drink. I had it filled to the top. It was good. It was with like amino acid stuff, and it's all spilt out. So luckily, I'm smart enough to where I keep some extra bottles of water in the car in case you need it. I do, because without water, I'll be thirsty. Let me walking and hiking and crashing into the river. I could drink river water, but that's sketchy because you don't know what's in it. You might drink it 1,000 times and be fine. 1,001, you might get giardia. One time, right before I went to prison, I killed 2 deer in one day. Shot one and just let it lay there and kept hunting, and then shot a 6-point buck after that. Now, I bought a couple drink boxes and stuff. I'm about legitimately a mile from my car. It's quite a hike. Now I got 2 deer, so I'm dragging 2 deer, and I ran out of my drink box quick. So I'm like 3/4 of the way back. It had snowed the night before, and now it was all melting because it warmed up like this and was sunny. So it was like puddles. So I'm like, I gotta drink something. I'm dying of thirst here. I'm dying. So I take my drink jar or whatever I had. I think I might have even had I think I actually found a bottle, random like dirty bottle somebody left, and filled it up with water. And I'll never forget looking at it up in the sun. I could see organisms. I could see little like amoebas and shrimp looking thing going doink, 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 doink. It was gross, but I slammed some down. I was so thirsty. So don't make that mistake. Make sure you got water. I was so thirsty, in fact, when I got about a quarter mile from the car, it was a straight trail. I had a Bronco. I could see my Bronco sitting there, and I had a 2-liter squirt. I wasn't a huge pop drinker, but I had a 2-liter squirt on the front seat. I knew. I'm like, I'm so thirsty. I mean, I've been dragging these deer for I'm like a mile. I'm exhausted, man. Legs burning. It got to the point where I could only go like 10 steps and have to rest. I said, you know what? I'm going to take a break. I'm going to walk to the car, drink some squirt, and come back. Well, when I get there, there was 2 dudes that I met. I was scouting 3-4 days earlier that woods, and I met these 2 dudes from Roseville, which is where I lived at the time. And they're about my age, a couple years older. Neither of them had ever killed a deer. And so they were back there hunting, and I knew where they were going to hunt, so I basically circled around behind where they were going to hunt, so they'd push the deer to me, which they did. And they've never shot a deer or whatever. So when I come walking up, it's about 11 in the morning, 10, 11 in the morning. I'll come walking up. They're sleeping in their car. Like, they must have hunted early in the morning, then we're taking a nap, we're going to hunt in the evening or afternoon. And I walk up and I knocked on the door, on their window, clunk, clunk, clunk. They woke up and I'm like, what's up, man? I said, you guys want to make 20 bucks? And they're like, maybe, why? What's up? I'm like, drag my deer. And they're like, you got one? You got one? I'm like, yeah, I got 2. There's like, no way. So we go back to the 2 deer where they're laying in the middle of the trail. So was my tree stand and like all my gear. I had stripped down to my long johns, I layered up. I got hot, I was hot from pulling. And so I got clothes tied all around me and stuff. And they walk up and they go grab. I said, I'll give you each 20 bucks to drag them back. Would you believe these guys got about 20 steps and had to rest? And they're like, man, dude, this is hard. Man, this is hard. I said, bro, I just dragged these things, both of them, myself, a mile. Well, legitimately, like a legit mile, probably. It was more than a mile to my spot. They're like, no freaking way. I'm like, yeah, man. I thought I was going to have a heart attack, honest to God. I had, the only other time that ever happened where I thought I was going to die from exertion, well, once in prison when I was playing tennis. Another time I was dragging 12 salmon. I had 12 salmon on a rope, and I'm dragging them. And it was like, that's a whole nother funny story, because the cops had came, and I'd been in there where you can't be all night, wiping them out, catching all these fish. And then these drunk dudes come in there after me, and I'm telling them, quiet, man, the security guard here, if you don't quiet, laughing and dropping beer cans and cops are gonna come. So I said, you know what, enough, man. I had landed like 9. My friend landed like 3. And I threw them all over this fence with the barbed wire, and then, then went back where it's legal to fish, and left them drunk dudes in there. I wasn't out of there 5 minutes, and the cops come pulling up. Walk up to them. That guy, by the way, one of those drunk idiots, fell in the river netting my fish. Fell in. He kept messing up the net jobs, man. Like, anyone who knows fishing knows that the net job is important. You got to head first. You can lose a fish really easy if it's snagged, especially. Because the hook's in the side. You get the hook caught in the net, and fish goes. And this drunk dude, I let him try to net it like 3-4 times, and he lost my fish every time. And I was like, the last time I was like, look out, bro, look out, I got it. And he kind of got mad. He's like, really, man? I can't net your fish? I'm like, no, bro, you blew it 4 times in a row. I'll net it myself. So I got the fish in the net, and I get it. But unlike the fifth try, all right, bro, you can give it another shot. This freaking guy is trying to net my fish. He falls in face first in the river, man. It's deep, too. It's like 6 feet deep. Oh, my goodness. So funny. Idiot. He's floating down the river. His boys are laughing at him. Anyways, those guys are getting a ticket for trespassing because they're where you're not supposed to be. They're on the other side of this barbed wire fence. So I tell my boy Mark, I'm like, yo, let's get out of here, bro. Because they come over here. Because they came over. The cops came over to me. And they're like, how you guys doing? I'm like, good, man. How's the fishing? Good, we got a few. He's like, you ain't been in here, have you? I said, no, we've been there. Those guys have been in there for a while, but we've been right here fishing all night. And they're like, all right, because they couldn't prove that we were in there. It's not like they had cameras and crap back then. And I told Mark when they cop left, I said, "Yo, let's get out of here, man. Because if the DNR comes, we're way over our limit. I think our limit was 5 fish each, and I think we had 13. So I remember some old man said to me, I'm dragging all these fish. He said, can I have one of them? I'm like, no. He's like, really? You got 13 fish? I said, no, I eat these, man. I like salmon. But I was kind of douchey. I should have gave the old man a fish. That would have been the right thing to do. But dragging them fish, because where the car was about a legit half-mile away down this trail. And oh man, I was brutal, man. I wanted to get out of there before the DNR came and started, questioning us or trying to get. I don't even think I had a fishing license, to be honest with you. Most of the time back then, I didn't. So I was get out of here. My friend Mark's like, I don't want any of those fish. I'm like, really? Because I was hoping he'd help me drag them. I don't want any of those fish. You want to drag them? Oh, what a rope for a half mile. I was so exhausted. I was so exhausted, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. My heart's pounding and legs burning. Anyway, that's me eating unpolitely. But I'm now going to get geared up and go try to catch some fish. If I catch one, you'll know.